In hip-hop, vocalists are always looking for a way to stand out. Some do it with melody, like Lil Durk singing alongside Drake on Laugh Now, Cry Later. Some do it with storytelling, like T Grizzly's 4-Part Robbery.
Walking out the club, nigga looking at me funny. I'm already pissed cause I threw too much money.
And some do it with rhythm.
Bitch, I got my own I don't need security in the club. All they wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug.
Pooh Shiesty is a rapper from Memphis, Tennessee, signed under Gucci Mane's 1017 label. His release schedule has been interrupted by a 5-year conspiracy sentence in April of 2022, but his only project, Shiesty Season, is up to its 3rd release, Shiesty Season Certified, featuring platinum hits like this track, Back in Blood. While listening to Shiesty's performance, I thought he sounded different in a way I hadn't heard before, and I tried to figure out why. So let me show you what I think is different about Pooh Shiesty's flow.
Go grab a glizzy, get alert. Shots the G-Post RP and the reason he in the dirt. I turn Sonic for money in the trap Monday to Sunday. Clientele steady pumping, Draco shells, this what we dumping.
In music, a beat is the basic unit of rhythm, and most songs organize them into groups of 4, like Pooh Shiesty's Monday to Sunday. These beats are good indicators for different things in the song. Where to loop the instrumental, where to put the drums, maybe where the vocalist should come in.
I turn Sonic for money in the trap Monday to Sunday. Clientele steady pumping, Draco shells, this what we dumping.
In this opening chorus of Monday to Sunday, notice how Pooh Shiesty doesn't start rapping on the beat. Instead, he puts the phrase
I turn Sonic for money
in between beats 2 and 3, on the offbeat. Compare this to a verse later in the song, done by a feature, Lil Baby.
Pay my tithes to church from hushing, even the pastor know we begging. My little cousin shot my brother got back on my cousin.
Where a vocalist placed their first beat is one of the ways they lay out the rhythm, on the beat or off. And this choice cascades down the lyrics, impacting the starting place of following lines. Here, Lil Baby starts his verse directly on beat 2.
Pay my tithes to church from hushing.
And again in the next line,
My little cousin shot my brother got
creating a pattern different from Pooh Shiesty's offbeat performance.
I turn Sonic for money in the trap Monday to Sunday. Clientele steady pumping, Draco shells, this what we dumping.
While this may cover where Pooh Shiesty puts emphasis at the start of his performance, what about during his performance?
I'm in his car, they go so fast that it came with some merch. I go get free shit out the stove cause I'm fucking the clerk.
In a vocalist performance, some words are going to be accented, or seem to stand out from the other words. This emphasis usually starts at the beginning of a line, and then carries throughout the lyrics, lining up with different parts of the beat. This is Pooh Shiesty's Neighbors, and listen to this verse again, with added emphasis to the words that Shiesty seems to be emphasizing.
I'm in his car, they go so fast that it came with some merch. I go get free shit out the stove cause I'm fucking the clerk.
These accents are just my interpretation of Shiesty's performance, but there seems to be emphasis where Shiesty starts the verse, in between beats 3 and 4, and again on beats 1, 2, and 3.
I'm in his car, they go so fast that it.
You may expect the rest of the line to have accents on the beat, but instead the one on 4 is delayed, and on 1, it's gone.
I'm in his car, they go so fast that it came with some merch.
This same pattern of accents repeats in the second bar.
I go get free shit out the stove cause I'm fucking the clerk.
Compare this to a later verse by the feature artist, Big 30.
I'm in the field with choppers, you can't come up on that turf. And I'm from Kill Branch, we known for killing killers first.
Not only are Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty both from Memphis, but they came up together rapping as childhood friends, so it's no surprise they have similar flows.
I'm in the field with choppers, you can't come up on that turf. And I'm from Kill Branch, we known for killing killers first.
These lines here, like Shiesty's, start on the offbeat, and then put accents on beats 1, 2, and 3.
I'm in the field with choppers, you can't come.
So far these accents have been the same as Pooh Shiesty's verse. From here though, things differ, with the following accents directly on beats 4, then 1 and 2.
I'm in the field with choppers, you can't come up on that turf.
This accent pattern again repeats in Big 30's second bar.
And I'm from Kill Branch, we known for killing killers first.
Now that we've looked at where Pooh Shiesty starts his vocals, and where he emphasizes them, let's take these ideas to one of his biggest songs.
Bitch, I got my own I don't need security in the club. All they wolfing on the net, nigga, I thought you was a thug.
So far I've outlined some rhythmic patterns that appear in Pooh Shiesty's vocals, but that doesn't mean he always sticks to them. Just look at this track, Back in Blood, where Shiesty's opening chorus pretty much puts emphasis on the beats.
Bitch,
Bitch, I got my own fight, don't need security in the club. All they wolfing on the neck, nigga, I thought you was a thug.
Shiesty starts both of his lines here on beat 2, carrying that accent through the bar directly on beats 1 through 4. While Shiesty opens this song on the beat, eventually he finds his way back to some offbeat patterns.
These blue faces up on me dirty, I went got it out the mud. If I took some, get it in blood, I don't give a fuck where we was.
Shiesty starts both of these bars between beats 1 and 2, but the accents carry through the rest of the line in 2 different patterns. The first bar, halfway through, moves the accents on the beat.
These blue faces up on me dirty, I went got it out the mud.
The second bar here also starts between beats 1 and 2, but this time Shiesty commits to that offbeat pattern for the rest of the line, creating a performance that I think captures Pooh Shiesty's flow.
If I took some, get it in blood, I don't give a fuck where we was. Bitch, I got my own fight, don't need security.
That covers some of the things that I think define Pooh Shiesty's flow, specifically the words he chooses to emphasize. I'm not saying he came up with these ideas, just that I hear them in his music. So feel free to let me know if this performance sounds like any other songs you've heard. Maybe you can use them in your own songs, or just listen to Pooh Shiesty a little differently. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to Sound Selection on YouTube, check out the podcast, and follow on Instagram.